Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Paul Brown Show. This evening, my special guest is Mr. Darryl Goodman, and he's the founder of To Expose You. How you doing there, Mr. Goodman?
Well, Mr. Brown, I'm telling you, I'm excited, first of all, to be on your show. I know you do an excellent job of extracting the truth from your guests.
I really do.
So I intend to be on my best guards, because you have a way of just getting people to reveal stuff that nobody else can. You related to Larry King?
I think he's my third cousin or something like that.
There's some relations, because, man, I watch you, I watch him. I'm trying to figure out who is the best. I think you got him beat.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Darryl Goodman. Mr. Goodman, tell the audience about yourself.
Well, actually, I started over there in downtown Charleston, and then my mom and stepdad decided they wanted us to go out there on the island of John, and that made me a country boy since 1968. Then, of course, after that, I went to Wilberforce. After that, I went to Trident Tech. After that, I went to the Army. And then, of course, I spent a little time in jail. In school. And because I had so much fun and did some things that I should not talk about, mainly because I could end up in jail.
Oh, okay.
So we won't talk about that kind of stuff. But anyhow, as it is now, in 2006, I decided that on my way back from Kuwait, that I was going to start a company called Low Country Exposure. Well, as it turned out, a couple of years ago, someone decided that they wanted to use the same name. And we can't have two companies with the same name, so I've changed it to To Expose You. Okay. So To Expose You essentially means that we expose our guests to the world, and we expose our world to the guests. So our philosophy is, how can we give people visibility on topics ranging from, we have people like yourself that talk about community affairs, we have people that talk about sports and the sundries of various topics. So this is what we're about. We also have an online radio where we give people the same opportunity to do the same thing. And then, of course, there is, our online magazine. So in a nutshell, Mr. Paul Brown, I'm not going to take any more of your time. Man, I tell you what, but you sure you're not related to Larry?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. But
okay.
That passion that you have for this To Expose You, where did it come from?
Well, it started as an offspring. We used to do a fashion and beauty expo. Okay. And at the expo, people would ask, well, what are you going to do with the film? And what are you going to do with the photos? And I'd say, well, we just keep it till the next year. So then I finally decided that what I would do is try to do some kind of digital media through online with TV. Then we went into the radio. And then we went from there into the online fashion magazine. So that's where it comes. And then, of course, people like yourself and others that want to have a mechanism by which they can express themselves, and whatever they do, put it up on YouTube, Facebook, and even on our website. I just enjoy the fact that we can provide, from To Expose You, a opportunity for people like yourself to come on and bring others on, and that's where it comes from.
I know, to have such an exciting business that you have people that help you out. Give us a little bit about the two individuals that the backbone of To Expose You.
Ever since we first started, I adopted the concept of a virtual organization.
Yes, sir.
With a virtual organization, everyone does not have to participate all the time, but all the time someone's participating. We've got our cousin, as you know, Mr. Ray Harvey, who's our engineer. So he's what I call a hookup man and the brains behind the publication and the broadcast.
All right.
Then we've got Miss Crescenda Ellis, who is a student at Trident Tech studying film and media. So she's interning with us, but in turn, she's showing us a lot of stuff too. So we all are kind of learning. And then it extends out to my cousin, Thedra Brown, because Thedra Brown started with me, and she was the one that helped me to get my web guy, to get my videographer, to get the modeling group that we started with to take the pictures and put the videos out. So it's an extensive network, man. If I start calling all the people, somebody gonna get upset. But let's put it like this. I recognize and realize that for the organizational work that we were going to need certain expertise that I did not have. The only thing I brought to the table was an understanding of what I wanted to do, and then relied on people to come and assist and make it happen.
So what is your vision? Because right now, I see a growth within to expose you. What is your vision that you have, like for 5 years from now?
What I'd like, right now, we're in a 32 by 35 studio for our video. I'd like to carry that up to at least 1,000, 2,000 square foot studio where we can have more than one set. Currently, right now, we have the one set. I'd like to go to a model that I saw at Trident Tech. They have 3 different setups within their one studio. So if I can get a studio that big, that would help transition from one show to the next. I'd also like to have, with my radio station now, it's about a 16 by 24. I'd like to triple that as well. So I'm looking at more space to be able to do more things, to have more varieties and the different kinds of shows, both through our video and also through our television. Then I'd like to turn my digital fashion magazine publication into both a print and a digital. So these are some of the things that we're looking forward to, bringing in more variety of persons like yourself to offer more types of shows with different kinds of topics to discuss. So just to continue to grow and to provide opportunities for those who want to showcase their talent, thereby offering opportunity for the world to see and for the person to be exposed.
To our viewing audience who thinking about or wants to start a show, what advice would you give them as far as, coming to see exactly how it goes?
I think it starts with some kind of interest or passion. That then translate into some kind of format for how you want to present that to the world. Then sitting down and doing some research and some thinking, some organizing, then hey, get in touch with me. Let's sit down and talk about how we can provide that opportunity for that individual to showcase themselves and to express to the community what it is they want to say. So that would be my first set of advice. I mean, everybody is not meant for TV. Some people are meant for radio. I'm more of a not at all radio or TV. But since you my cousin and my fraternity brother,
yes, sir.
and you
yes,
talked
sir.
me into this.
Oh yes. Sir.
Yeah, this is why this is happening, y'all. I want y'all to know. I told you this man is like Larry King. He just draws it out of you. Okay.
If y'all only know Mr. Darryl Goodman, I mean, he is doing a great thing for this community. He's giving people that probably would never have the opportunity to showcase their talent, not only on TV but on radio, but he's providing them the opportunity to get that experience, and he's teaching and he's providing the avenue for them to do these things. For me, I would like to say thank you for what you do, and he's going all as far as bringing different technology. Every time I come here, I see something new, something different that strategy that he's bringing to expose you.
Well, I think it's worth it to give you the best, and those that come and record. If they take their time, I need to take my time. And I need to find out how can I help to present them better so that they themselves can do better in what it is that they're trying to do. I started off with 1, 2 cameras. Now we have 3 cameras. I started off with just a small studio. Now we've had double the size. And like I said, I'd hope one day to have one even bigger. So Hey, thanks to those like yourself and others who come Saturday after Saturday. I mean, there's other things you could be doing, like getting your beauty nap, walking in the park. And you being an Army man, I know you could be running like 15 or 20 miles.
come on.
Instead, you sitting down here, and carrying on with me. So, yeah, that's where and why we do what we do. And to keep upgrading the technology is what I want to do, so that people look at our station and say, hey, that's CNN, that's MSN, and even that's Fox News.
If someone wanted to get in contact with you, Mr. Goodman, how would they go about doing that?
They can give us a call at 854-999, I believe is it 3143? That's it? Okay. I believe that's it. I'm sorry. I very seldom call myself. It's that's the number? Yeah, okay. All right. So, once again, y'all, excuse me, this isn't the proper way to do this, but I'm going to make sure that I give the fine folks the right number for the to expose you. So if you wants to talk to me, we is definitely available. Okay. 854-999-3143. Once again, 854-39-3143. And if you have any comments from time to time, hey, give me a call and say, Darryl, you stink. Don't get on the air no more. That's cool. I understand that. You got a right to say that.
Thank you, Mr. Goodman, for coming on the show and educating our community on to expose you. And I would like to say that you're doing an awesome job and continue to do what you do. And to our viewing audience, you be encouraged.
Thank you, y'all.